could tell you a couple of things that we have definitely thought of, right? And things that have worked quite well for us. So first of all, especially for crypto, algorithms are quite useful because crypto is a 24/7 market. So to tell you a story, it was about a year ago now that this whole invasion happened in Ukraine, right? And basically, what happened overnight, and this is late at night that this happened, it was maybe 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. I just happened to be up that night. And basically, if you looked at the crypto markets, they went nuts, right? We saw maybe a 30% move in the price of Bitcoin within like a 4-hour period. Okay. Now, if you were not paying attention to your portfolio, which you probably were not at the time, you probably woke up and said, what the heck just happened, right? But if you were paying attention to it, you could have really made quite a bit of money, or at least saved yourself a lot of headaches, right? So because crypto is 24/7, if you knew this happened, if you saw this happening, you could have sold, you could have gotten out, you could have saved yourself this big drop and probably bought in at cheaper and made quite a bit of money doing that, right? My guess is that you guys were not able to do that, probably because either you were asleep, maybe you're, showering or brushing your teeth or whatever at night, and maybe just not paying attention to this, right? So because crypto is 24 hours, it's really hard for a human being to manage this normally, right? However, if you have bots running for you, you're able to get a lot done using those bots, right? These bots do not sleep, right? Robots don't sleep, they don't get tired, right? So you can be trading in the middle of the night, whereas a human being just really can't do that. I don't know about you, but I like my sleep, right? If I had to stay up for 3 nights in a row, I would not be a happy camper, right? But if an algorithm has to do that, it won't be an issue at all, right? So 24/7 is quite important. There's also thousands of assets within the crypto space. There's a lot of different types of coins you can invest in. And some of these guys that are part of our community that made a lot of money trading crypto, they were actually doing it trading some of these smaller coins. If you trade Bitcoin, you can make good money. Trade Ethereum, you can make good money. But a lot of these smaller coins can be even more profitable, right? Some of these smaller coins, if you catch the right one, can make you literally thousands of percent per year, right? It's pretty crazy how much they take off when they do take off, right? However, to pay attention to all these thousands of different coins out there is really, really difficult to do as a human being, right? You're going to have to be constantly doing research. You're going to be looking at thousands of different coins, and you're probably going to miss some stuff. You're going to miss breakouts. You're going to miss new news that came out. It's going to be very hard for you to stay on top of that. However, a bot doesn't have that problem, right? If we build a trading robot, an algorithm, we can actually go off and see thousands of assets at the same time and make an evaluation, right? So for example, we could use a website like Token Sniffer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this website. It's a pretty cool one. Where basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to put in a coin, right? Here it's monitoring 2 million tokens, right? And 244,000 of them are clearly identified as scams by Token Sniffer, right? And what they do, and they changed their website a little bit. And if we find Bitcoin, Bitcoin is not going to be a scam, obviously, right? But we could see that there's other ones that baby Twitter coin BTC, right? Let's say this has the same ticker symbol as BTC, but it's not, right? If we go into here, we can actually see, oh, this one has a 0 out of 100 score, right? The token is not sellable, right? The creator owns more than 5%. So the owner of this token owns 89% of the token. So you can kind of do your research. You can figure out, is this a complete scam or not, right? It's not necessarily going to tell you, is this coin going to make you money, but it can prevent you from going clearly into a scam coin, right? So, you pair something like this kind of website with social sentiment and other things, you can actually have a bot that makes quite a bit of money trading some of these smaller coins. If you could just, at least narrow out the complete scams, and then you could try to find, how many people are investing in this, or is there buzz around it, all kind of stuff. You can actually make quite a bit of money trading this stuff. This would be very difficult to do as a human. There's just so many out there to deal with, and so much news that keeps coming out. But with a robot, with an algorithm, you can actually do that, right? So this 24/7 market, robots can trade 24/7, thousands of assets to scan through. Robots are very good at doing that sort of thing. Then there's also hundreds of different exchanges, right? So let me tell you a story of back in the day when I used to work at Voyager. Our initial thesis was that we can actually make money doing arbitrage by connecting different exchanges together and buying on one exchange and selling on the other, right? So arbitrage, for those of you that don't know what it is basically making money kind of for free, right? It's like the golden nugget, right? In investing, and it's basically the way it works is, for example, a basic example of arbitrage would be buying Bitcoin on Binance, let's say it was $1,000, and then selling it on KuCoin for 1,100, right? So you make $100 in one exchange like that, but you can actually create a bot that does this many, many times per minute or per second, right? You can make $100 every single time you go around this round trip, effectively making you money risk-free. And that's really a pretty major possibility within this market. Now, doing this manually would be very, very difficult because these things exist for very small periods of time. When an arbitrage opportunity does exist, it's for literally fractions of a second. You literally would not be able to open up your phone and click buy fast enough. But an algorithm can do that, especially if you place it closer to the exchanges. And it can also monitor for a lot of other things, right? We could be monitoring hundreds of exchanges all at once, looking at all their prices and making sure that we're making the right decisions here across the board, right? And then last but not least, there's a lot of other reasons why algorithms are a good idea for crypto, but top 4 reasons, right, is that trends change very fast, right? Much more so than the stock market or some other markets. The crypto markets can move really fast, really, really, really quickly. For example, Bitcoin was at 15,000 just a month ago. Now we're up at 25,000. That's one heck of a move, right? If you're someone that's not paying attention to news constantly, then you're probably going to miss that kind of a run up, right? And I'll show you some algorithms today, like our trend following algorithms, that will automatically figure out, oh, this is a new big jump in crypto. Let's get involved, right? We can actually build bots like that are looking at these trends and are getting involved in things really, really quickly, much faster than any human possibly can, right? So a lot of advantages to algorithms, right? And there's a bunch more too. I'm sure you could think of a bunch. Probably that's why you're here, because you recognize how valuable this can be.